It's still terrible. Like, I don't audition very much ever, but the few times I have been like, oh, I want to try to get in that movie, like, you're just like, anybody call? No, like it's my advice to people to cope with that feeling is like, if you are in any way a writer as well, just like write yourself something on the side. So you're like, well, I always can do my thing at UCB. I can always do my thing that because you have no control over your life when you're just auditioning. So find other areas in which you can have control, other than eating disorders, because that's the common one. Don't take control with an eating disorder. Take control by doing stand-up or doing a play reading book club with your friends.
It's brutal. It never really gets easier. Hate to say, sorry. But I guess you just accept it more readily.
Well, I have a little motto of my own, which is that you should always try to keep your heart of a baby and your skin of a rhino. And that is really, I think, that's my little mantra. And how you cope, because we all have to cope with rejection. It doesn't matter how high you go, it always happens.
And here I am today with this, but I've been told no so many more times than I have been told yes. And I've had days when I wanted to give up, and I called on my support system, my network of people that love me even when I do get rejected, that keep me going and keep me in the race, and I'm grateful.
I am a Tony-nominated actress, and I still get rejected. You hear no, 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 and every so often you get a yes. No matter how old, no matter how young. Never silence yourself, never limit yourself.
You know what, I don't think you should concentrate on dealing with rejection. I think you should let rejection deal with you, you know what I mean? Like, it's not so much about, like, you're gonna get rejected, and that's part of what we sign up for as actors, but you let rejection deal with you. You don't come in there already being like, oh yeah, rejection's gonna be there. You just let it, because sometimes it'll miss you, and sometimes you can duck and dodge with it. You can, but start with the acceptance of who you are and why you're here, and that's the only thing that will matter. You won't even notice rejections as it's in the room.
I'd say I always know that I get the jobs I'm meant to, and the ones I didn't, it wasn't my job. And I try to not take it too hard. I think it's so easy to wrap yourself into the rejection, but they need something super specific, and you can't control that. So I think it's about letting go of control, which is so hard for actors because we're all very controlling people, which is odd. But once you kind of give in and say, not my pig, not my farm, like, you'll be a lot happier.
I think the love for it has to outweigh sort of the fear of rejection. You gotta lock into the moments of, when you're a junior in high school and the stakes are not that. I mean, sometimes the stakes are high even back then, but remembering the feeling and trusting it and also to celebrate the positive things that happen. So if you did get something and you enjoyed that means a lot. That's really great. And not to jump to the conclusion that you suck.
Rejection is really hard. And taking it hard that you didn't get a job that you prepared an audition for and you worked really hard for is healthy. It means that you care, and it means that you put a lot of yourself into your job, which is auditioning and acting in little bits.
If it's yours, it's going to be yours. If it's not yours, it's someone else's, and that's okay. Yours will come along. It will, when it's meant to be, it will be meant to be. If it's not that one, it's another one. There's enough to go around. There really is.